Hi Capricorn, and welcome to your January 2021 general reading. You're my second reading, second time I've said that. So wherever you are in the world, I hope you're safe from harm and you're well. So your two Lenormands, I have got no idea what they're doing together, but I'm going to show you what you got. You got the man, okay? So this man is sitting, his head is hanging, and he looks a little bit, he's got a flower in his hand. I'm not quite sure what he's doing there, if he's waiting, if he's been rejected, or what's happening. I think I'll have to wait and see. So the man in Lenormand's is, the male part of us tends to be the action part of us, you know, that part of us that goes out and makes things happen. So some of you might feel that's a little bit not happening, depends where you are. The UK, that's definitely not happening. Or there might just be a sense of, it's a waiting card. I don't quite know what you're waiting for. So I think I'll wait and see what the rest of the cards say. You then get the anchor card, which is a wonderful card to have, by the way, because it's about stability, security, which is wonderful at the moment. I think as well, because your ruler has now changed sign, you're going to be asked to anchor a whole different frequency. So Aquarius is about communities, it's about groups, it's about friendships, it's humanitarian values. There's so much that I can cover, and I think I might wait for the reading before I find out more. But there might be a sense of waiting to know how you're going to anchor this new energy, how this new energy is going to show up for you. Okay, I have no idea. They're a very interesting set of Lenormands because they're not giving much away. Okay. Now, what the anchor gives away is a sort of sense of being quite solid in yourself. As a sun in Capricorn, I mean, everyone's got Capricorn and everyone's got the three earth houses. So we all like a sense of being anchored, okay? Because it's your sun, it's even more important because your sun is the funnel of your birth chart, okay? So it's very, very much that sense of being anchored, being solid is a very important energy for you. So I'm a little bit intrigued. Sorry, as you can tell. I think you've got to be intrigued to be a tarot reader. Because you've got to be intrigued about how stories are unfolding. Because the energy that you're going to be asked to anchor is very, very, very different from the one that you're leaving behind. And you're probably feeling it already. If not, don't worry. Because the astrological wheel has got 30 degrees. So it moves to everyone's degree at its perfect time. So I've already had to say this to Aquarius. So don't feel you're being left behind. It'll happen when it's astrologically triggered to happen. And I guess that's why we do birth chart readings. Yeah, and I tend to prefer to combine them both because it gives us more sort of accurate definitions of time and place. But let's have a look, see if we can make sense of that. What's going on for Cap? Oh, you've got the wheel behind you. It just flew out with the hanging man. Yeah, isn't that a bit like that? That's what I feel. That hanging man. I thought, oh, is he waiting? Has he been rejected? But what he's doing is definitely waiting. So the hanging man is that big pause. You know, the big pause. It can show up negative if you're trying to make something happen. If you're not trying to make something happen, the hanging man can be the most incredible space because it's like sort of being in that divine relaxation. So how you work it is the power that you do have. Yeah? Human beings are so much powerful than we think we are. And sometimes it's that power to go, stop. I'm going to access peace. You got the wheel there, so that might be waiting on the wheel to turn. Yeah, I am not quite sure. The Wheel of Fortune is a 10. It's a completion with the Hanging Man. 2 major arcanas, 2 very, very powerful major arcanas here. To do with surrendering, the sense of timing, the sense of destiny. My gosh, this is going to be one of those readings, Capricorn. I can feel it. You're my second in Aquarius was quite straightforward. So what you want is a 10 of Cups. The gift is a 3 of Wands, which means the ship must be coming in now because it's the gift. If it was a challenge, but there's something coming your way because it's leading to the 10 of Cups. A sense of the wheel turning, a sense of completion, your cups running over. The 10 of Cups is such an Aquarius card because it represents brotherhood, yeah, sisterhood. Not me, myself alone, but me with others, interconnection. The challenge is the Ace of Pentacles. God, you've got very similar cards to Aquarius, which might be, it happens quite a lot, but you're going to have very similar cards to Aquarius. Relationships, you've got the Magician card. So what you might be dealing with here, so this might be trying to manifest relationship dynamic, or that man just might be a person. 10 of Swords in your finances. I will clarify, don't worry. 3 of Pentacles at a soul level. You have got identical cards to Aquarius. And what's odd is I've done a couple of personal readings since then, so my cards are constantly shuffled. Page of Wands is the outcome. Okay. So what I need to clarify is what this 10 of Swords is about. See, I'm one of these people who really, really like the 10 of Swords because it's an ending of anxiety, limitation, feeling stuck, feeling full of fear. It can have different meanings, but listen, it's not got a negative meaning because it's got the sun with it. Might just be the potential to not be controlled by fear. So fear is the energy of the 9 of Swords. And when the 9 of Swords, we even live in we're always living in the pain of the past or the fear of the future. Okay? So we're never, ever, ever present. And it's when we're present is when we can access potentialities, or we find the energy to do what we need to do. So that is a positive side, and that's why I love it. But for some of you, this might be something about a job because the Ace of Pentacles is a challenge. So a cycle has completed itself, but maybe not quite started yet for some of you. But the sun's only got one message. And I read for quite a lot of Capricorns, and you know who you are, because when you get the sun card, it's only got one message, guys. I promise you, on my life, there's nothing to worry about when the sun card shows up. It doesn't matter. So the 10 of Swords with the sun to me is almost like, because every single person's at a different life circumstance at the moment, but a lot of the world is really, really wanting to anchor the Aquarius energy, and anchoring the Aquarius energy is going to be about individuating new pathways and new potentials. Yeah, not everyone wants to do it. As a Capricorn, I think you'll be half and half. So some of you will really want to bring this innovation, this new creativity forward. And the other half are quite happy for things to stay the same. There's no judgment. We're all... It's generally about what sign our moon sign is in, to tell you the truth. some of us just like the stability, and some of us like to take risks and reach out for opportunities, for creativity. And for some of you, getting this ace in your hand might be a challenge. Something's came to an end and you haven't quite got that ace yet. It's not quite anchored. Now what you want is a Ten of Cups. Absolutely beautiful card to want. It's about emotional connections with others. Okay. So if there's one card that would, I mean, many cards are Aquarius, the Tower card, the Star card, the Fool, but the Ten of Cups. When my cup runs over, the natural instinct when you're anchoring in this new dynamic, Capricorn, is to extend that cup to other people, okay? A lot of us I love being on my own, but there's also a part of us that's hardwired to connect and to care. That's what the Ten of Cups is about. It's what you want. Now, the Three of Wands as the gift would mean your ship is about to come in. So tell me more, because that would really help, Capricorn, if you could tell me what it's. Yeah, you've got the Knight of Pentacles. It's a really slow moving earth energy. So I don't know how this is going to play out. It might manifest right through the month that you're waiting for something, and that's why the Ten of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles was there. If it does, Capricorn, just keep coming back to the reading, because the Sun, it's always got the omen. It's got no other message apart from it's all going to work out perfectly. It's never got another message. And I guess that's what I'm trying to say to you. If some of you are like, oh my gosh, there's been a loss, I'm in no man's land, and I really need that pentacle in my hand, because some of you might be. And what I want to say to you, if you're the case, it's everything's going to be okay. Okay, so because the anchor as well, the anchor is about, it's about something becoming solid in your hand. But because the ace is a challenge, I think it's going to be more towards the end of the month. Now, you've got the Magician in your relationships. This can be two different ways. So some of you might be doing manifesting prayer work. So, you know, ready to invite someone brand new into your life. Some of you, this might be someone who's around your life. And the Magician tends to show if it's someone who's getting empowered to take action. Okay, so that's another way to read it. Or some of you might just be ready for a brand new start. Okay, it's like 2020, the esoteric meaning of 2020, because it was a Pluto transit, was illuminating the past. It's still going on a little bit, to tell the truth. I mean, it's still there. So it's still happening, but not as intensely. So some of you might have been doing a lot of releasing work. And this is you ready to invite something brand new in. Yeah? I might clarify the Magician. Yeah, look, with the Two of Cups. So this is either going to be someone in your life. Very powerful. Can be very, very magnetic energy. Some of you might be doing manifesting work. Gratitude is the best form of gratitude, of manifesting work, which is thank you for the love that's already in my life. Yeah, no matter what it looks like. It's the hunger that drives love away. And by the looks of it, a lot of you have done a lot of healing work here. So this could be a brand new person. It could be trying to manifest a brand new person, getting ready to receive it. It might be an existing relationship. An existing relationship looks very empowered. So getting ready to, you know, like, let's get our act together. Let's make something happen. Let's pull it together. Let's sort of just be the anchor, make things real, make things solid. Yeah, really positive energy here. So again, I spoke about the Sun a lot, and the reason why I did it, like if I pulled the Ten of Swords in this card, I'd love it because I just love the Ten of Swords. But I have seen it having more challenging energies. But sometimes to understand a card, understand the card that came before. Living in fear, living in the pain of the past, fear of the future, never ever a good place to be. That's what anxiety is. That's what contraction is. And when we contract, we freeze. Nothing happens. Nothing moves. Nothing's created. Nothing happens. That's what I mean. So these two cards together, I mean, this might be for some of you who are waiting for a job, which I think will show up. For some of you, you're really, it's like, I've had it. I want to bring forward my own self-empowerment, my own creativity, actualize my own skills. A lot of people are going to be doing that. In fact, see, I don't know where you're watching in the world. The UK birth chart, that's what's going to recreate our economy, is people beginning to be self-starters, create creativity. So it's going to be different for everyone, but no matter what, the message is the same. I promise you, everything's going to be okay. And the Three of Cups at a soul level, again, another very Aquarius card. It's a card of teamwork. It's a card of connecting with others. Remember, Capricorn, to raise yourself, you raise other people. Yeah? We build, it's a new era now. And that era of having to suppress and oppress people is just coming to an end. And this is now an era of empowerment, empowering others. So the Three of Pentacles can be working as a team. It's also very much the master craftsman card. So developing new skills, developing new techniques, growing these pentacles, yeah? I mean, even though the Ace is a challenge, you might be working behind the scenes, but the energy is the same. You've got two very strong cards of you growing beyond yourself alone, okay? So cards of connection, cards of community, cards of sharing, which is very much the anchoring of this new energy. You're going to have it for 2.5 years, guys. We don't really have to worry as much, but it's very interesting. And then the outcome is the Page of Wands. Page of Wands just tends to be about new opportunities again, new potentials. So what's the Page of Wands about here? It's always a yes card, the Page of Wands, by the way. It tends to be, it can be receiving offers. Receiving offers, which would make sense for some of you. Some sort of offer, some sort of yes card is coming through. It's with the Two of Cups. So whatever you're doing, you're not doing it as a singular person. What does that mean, a singular person? This is all about connecting with other people, okay? That's what Aquarius is about. So that's the energy that you're going to have to anchor. Teamwork. It's like, yeah, that's just basically what all this reading is about. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's about 4 cards that give that message about joining with other people. So this might just be through a job, not just a job. I didn't mean it that way, by the way. It might be through a one-to-one relationship. It might be through business partnerships. It might be with people that you work with. It might be people that you want to work with. This is what the formation is of the new era that we're working through. A lot of it is about forming close connections and building new networks. I'm going to call it networks of grace, by the way. It's not I'm stealing someone else's ideas. But networks that build new things. Networks that spread throughout the world, throughout local communities. This could be to do with work, it could be to do with business, it could be to do with relationships and friendships. I have got no idea. So please give me another card for Capricorn, because it is a little bit of confusion. Because I don't quite know what you're trying to anchor. That might help. What's Capricorn trying to anchor? You've got a lovely card. The Three of Cups. The Three of Cups I pair with the Ten of Wands. So I've got a lot of pairing cards. So you're trying to anchor a whole new frequency and let go of some of the past depression. Because I think of any sign there's a few signs you've really, really, really had it tough, guys. Okay? You really, really have. You know, for quite a few years. This is dropping the oppression of the past. These people fly because they've released what was holding them down, which is how I read the Ten of Swords. And I tried to do it for everyone, because not everyone's going to be, a lot of people don't read the cards that way. But when we don't live in the pain of the past and the fear of the future, we have access to a different form of energy. And this is the form of energy that you get access to. This card's pure joy. It's pure lightness of heart. It's networks, celebration, fun, connection. So many things that I think is almost that have been robbed from us, and really, really, really what the new energy wants you especially to anchor in. It's almost maybe time to move to the high form of Capricorn, and the high form of Capricorn is totally this most beautiful yin spiritual energy, and it has got a job here to do. Because once it gets to the mountaintop, it needs to come back down and share Martin Luther King sort of energy, share its vision with other people. But it looks like what you're trying to anchor in is a completely different frequency, and it's got this frequency of such incredible emotional lightness, which I really think, Capricorn, if there's any sign, everyone deserves it. But I think Aquarius has been waiting for this for their whole lives. And you've been carrying a lot of heaviness on your solar energy. And our solar energy is so much our heart, it's our joy. And I hope everyone watching is able to anchor in this. This is also about friendships, by the way. Groups, friendships, connections, sharing your heart. Well, so I'll give one of my wishes to all of you, that you get to anchor in this wonderful love energy. Okay, Capricorn, links to my website is below. Sending you so much love. Bye.